Hey everyone, Daniel here from Twin Bytes with another quick tutorial for you. This time I'm going to be talking to you about Zoom and just getting started with it. If you're brand new to this and haven't used it before, or you've been invited to a Zoom meeting but never hosted one, I'm going to give you the basics and getting started with it. So the first thing is I got the little app here, but we're going to come back to that in a minute. Now the website, you would go to zoom.us and it gives you information on here. It tells you under the pricing section, you can use it for free. Of course, if you're being invited to a meeting, it doesn't cost you anything. But if you're hosting a meeting, there's various price levels from free to $270 for the larger packages here, and it depends on how many people you're going to be having in your meeting, how long the meetings are for, and there's some other details and features that you get as you get into the higher pricing. So we're going to be working with the free one here today. It's just a one-to-one meeting. It's just one, or I guess two participants, even though it's just me playing with my own other computer. Now from the home page, it doesn't give you an obvious link here to download that I could see right away at the top where I would expect it to be. So you got to scroll all the way down here to the bottom and there's download. Or you can just go to zoom.us/download. Even doing a Google search, it shows up the download link right there on the Google page. Now on theirs, the first thing you're going to want is the first one, is the Zoom client for meetings. There are other plugins and things you'll find in here, but these are all extra extensions and plugins for different programs that you may want. It might be beneficial to you, but you don't need to use them, other than if you're using it on your phone, then you want to get the particular app on your phone, whether it's for an Apple or Android. And there's some other features here as well. We're not going to be getting into that in this video, but I wanted you to be aware that there's all these extra plugins and features that you can use depending on how deep you're getting into this. So really at the top of the downloads page, we're just going to be working with the Zoom client. So when you first open the app, you're going to have join a meeting and sign in. Now if you have been invited to a meeting, you can just go to join a meeting. But if you're going to be hosting a meeting, we're going to go to sign in. Now I'm going to be doing both from this end. So we're going to go to sign in, and I'm going to use my login here. Now before you can sign in, you have to sign up for an account. So they give you a few different ways of signing up if you wanted to make use of Google or Facebook, which are two secure ways, and there's SSO as well. I'm going to go to sign up for free. So for verification purposes, you need to put in your date of birth, so I'm going to just block this out. And now I'm able to provide my email. And I go to sign up. And of course you're prompted with this annoying security feature that nobody really seems to like, but it's a helpful feature to have just for everyone's security. So now it's sent an email to your email address to confirm that it's you, and we have to go through that to verify the correct person is signing up for this, so it's not somebody spoofing somebody else. So I'm going to check my email and come back. So in the email you should have something like this. It says to activate the account, so we just want to click on the link here to activate it. It brings us back to the website here and prompts us if we're signing up on behalf of a school or not, so you'll want to answer that appropriately. And then you can now fill in your contact details and create yourself a password. And then hit continue Now it's asking you about inviting colleagues. You don't have to do that at this point. You can just skip this step. And testing a meeting, you can do a test meeting as well, or in my case, I'm going to actually do one directly, so we're not going to do it through here. But if you were to go to start a meeting, it downloads a file. And it then comes up here showing that it's joining a meeting here, and it asks us if we want to use the computer audio or test the speaker and microphone. And I guess we can use this. And it's using the computer audio, and it shows that I'm in the meeting. But this isn't very helpful because you're just in a meeting with yourself, and that's not doing much at all. So I don't really like this test here, but it would be so that you can invite it to someone else. So this is the same thing that we're going to be starting anyway. So I'm going to cancel out of this, end for all, and we're going to close all our web browsers, because now the bottom line is that we've signed up for an account. We have an email and password, so we're able to sign in through the app and just start doing a meeting. So from this point now, I'm going to open it up, start a meeting, and host it with my second computer. So I'm just going to sign in. And from here, this is what you would be used to if you're going to be creating a meeting or you're joining a meeting, and you can paste in the link. Scheduling a meeting or doing a screen share, you can basically do a meeting that is just a screen share type meeting. So we're going to go into do a new meeting. And we'll say we're going to join with the computer audio. So at the bottom here, we've got the participants. We can see who's in the meeting currently, and it's just myself. And I can go to invite someone. I can get a link to email to them. I can put in here the contacts, if I had contacts in there to search for, or an email address, and I could choose your email service to send the invitation. I'm going to copy the invite link so it's copied into the clipboard, so then I can just paste that into a regular email and send to someone. So I've got my remote computer over here, and I've got my main computer that I'm on. So I'm going to pretend that I sent an email with the link over to the person at this computer. And from this computer, you remember this screen here when we first started with sign in or join. We're going to go to join a meeting. And we got the meeting ID, or a personal link name. I'm going to paste the link in, which is from the email that was sent. And you got your name. And you'll put in your name there, and you can tell it to remember for future meetings. I'm not going to do that because this is a test. And you can tell it not to connect with the audio if you just want to watch, and you can turn off the video as well. I don't have a video camera on this one, so it doesn't matter. I'm just going to hit join, and then I got a personal passcode that we need. And we got the passcode down here when we go to do the invite. So that would be included in the link if we had emailed that to the person. But I'm just going to type it in here. Hit join meeting. And now it's showing that that person, please wait, the host will let you in soon. So they're waiting as the second participant for me to let them in and begin the meeting. So they've been invited, but we haven't started it. So we can see that the second participant is on. I can admit them or remove them, but I invited them, so of course I want to admit them. And now it shows that they are on, and I've actually got my webcam cover on, so I'm going to open that up for now. So at this point now we can see that I'm on the screen. I'm sharing my camera. So for me, I see myself in the top there, and I just see the other participants that I would have at the bottom here. And on the other screen, I can say join the computer audio or leave the audio. I just double clicked on it by accident, but we'll just close that so it's out of the way. So from here I can see myself, and I'm looking to the side because I've actually got two screens. So I've got my laptop that is right where you are, and I've got my second screen over here which I'm looking at, and that's just in case you're wondering why I'm looking over here. But this is the screen that I'm looking at. I can say I am going to share my screen. And this is something a lot of people were looking at before, is sharing a whiteboard. So I can say I'm going to share the whiteboard and share that. So now I've got the whiteboard on here, and I'm going to just make that a bit smaller so I can see it. So I'm on my screen here, and I can draw and do things with that the participant can see on their screen now, but they're not able to do anything with it. They're just watching. But for me over here, I can draw and I can use the other features in here. I'm not going to get into that in this particular video, but we do have a lot of the other features, and like the colors and that sort of thing. And you can tell that there is a little bit of a delay, even though this is on my same network that I've got the two computers on. It's still got to go out to the web and access Zoom's server and then come back down. But it is responding pretty quick because I'm on a very fast internet here. So anyway, that's sharing this. They can still see me on the side here, as you can tell. So you're able to do just about anything in this meeting now, and it's really just the limit of how many participants you have and those other features that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. Otherwise, you can have a face-to-face conversation with somebody and sharing your screen, sharing specific apps, and there's a lot that you can do. So I guess to end this video, I'm going to show you at the very top, you can see that I am sharing my screen, so I can say stop the share. So now they just see me on the video. And of course, I wouldn't see this computer here. I'm only having control over this. The person on the receiving end, or the person that was invited, could say that they want to leave the meeting and just hit leave. But from here, I can go into more options for the second participant. I can make them the host, and they can take over, and then they can share their screen, which is great if you have multiple people hosting a meeting from different locations. And you can allow them to record, you can rename them, or put them in a waiting room depending on some of the things you're doing, and that gets into a little bit more advanced features. You can also remove them. So if you wanted to remove people in particular, just without canceling the whole meeting, you can just remove a specific person, or you can even report them. So and then here this is where you can also mute everybody, and they'll be muted so they can't all be talking and disturbing the meeting at the same time. And there's a couple other features down under here as well. When you're ready to end the meeting, once you position the mouse back over this main part of the screen, you've got a bunch of videos, a bunch of options, and here you can go to stop this particular video, and that just stops your video sharing, but the meeting is still in session. And then you can do a few things here with the chat. If you wanted to have a chat going here, then you can have a group chat happening. Hello from host. And then over here we see that I said hello from host, so we can open up the chat. Hello from participant. And then from my end now, I can see that I got a response from the participant to everyone. So you could also have down here to everyone, or I can just choose the particular person, private message from the host, and here they can see, whoops, I just went and hid the chat, but it's to me directly, direct message, it is private. So by default, it's saying to reply privately, so they can change that back to everyone if they wanted to, or just say hi private. And I can see here to me privately. So we can see on my end as the host it's privately, and on their end they see it's direct messages. So the wording's a little different on both sides, but it's the same thing. They're private messages. So when you're done as the host with this meeting overall, we'll just, well, in here we can end. You can probably just X out of it as well, but if you hit end the meeting for all, or you can just leave the meeting, if someone else is hosting it, then you could cancel it for everybody, or you could just leave the meeting and let the meeting continue with whoever else is remaining in there. So I'm going to say end the meeting for all. It clears it, and then on the host side you can see that the meeting has been ended by the host, and we're back at this screen ready to sign in and host our own meeting or join someone else's meeting. So that's it for this quick tutorial. I hope you guys did find it helpful. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.